Azzy is a writer, an emerging diversity and inclusion speaker. Azzy brings a perspective shaped by activism, social awareness, and a generation that expects or wants organisations to be inclusive and progressive. What we're seeing, it's not necessarily a new set of expectations. Maybe human needs are getting harder to ignore. What Gen Z are asking for is not revolutionary. What is different is growing up with access to information, stronger awareness of boundaries and other self-advocacy skills, higher expectations for organisational values such as corporate social responsibility, but reflected in reality, not just virtue signalling. What do you think your generation typically wants from leaders at work?
What Gen Z really want is for older people to not treat them like they're stupid. We were all young once, we've all experienced our parents, people older than us, thinking just because we're younger, we don't really know what we want. What we really need is to listen to what people want. Because the only people that know ourselves really and what's best for us is ourselves.
We're at the point now where Gen Z are entering the world of work. From your perspective, where do organisations misunderstand what employees are asking for?
That we assume that everyone has the same sympathy, the same empathy. But if everyone really did, we wouldn't have all of these issues. So I think what organisations need to understand is that not only should they listen to Gen Z because they're human beings, basically, but also from a profit perspective. Especially with social media now, we have things like boycotting. People are more socially aware, more social activists. So really, it's not just about being a human being, it's not just about decency. It affects your profits as well.
Do you think there's something employers always get wrong about Gen Z's motivations?
Gen Z are often seen as quite vain, but in actuality we have the same struggles as you. I mean, we're working for a reason. Who here actually wants to work? Not many people, or are fully happy with their job.
Yeah, I'm self-employed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. When we talk about representation, especially at events like this, people in organisations listen to the most. Feminists, girl boss, leaders. They're leaders themselves. It's not just wanting money to buy clothes and stuff like that. We have the same motivations as everyone else. We live in an economy where children have to worry about whether they'll be able to afford a house in the future. Along the lines of treating people as human beings, another thing that's really important at the moment is not just the individuals, but as a collective humanity. It's not just the people in your company that people care about. It's sorry, this is my first time doing this. I'm very much stumbling over my words. But also contributing to charities, doing work for LGBT inclusion, for neurodiversity, and then also people in foreign countries as well. When we talk about individuality, not only do we have to treat people as individual human beings, but also treat people as a collective humanity, as human beings. Inclusion isn't just about representation, having inclusive policies, which a lot of companies do, mainly because it's the law. Where you can distinguish yourself is doing stuff that actually affects your business. So the whole point of a business is to make money, let's be serious. If you donate to charities, if you let people time off work to go to protests and stuff like that, that's what really matters, because that's what probably makes a change.
I see a lot of employers who do care about diversity and inclusion, but only to a certain point. I just don't think Gen Z are going to put up with that. The attitudes need to move with the workforce of the future.
Thank you to Azzy for the comments you made about what young people are looking for from the world of work. It makes me hugely positive and hopeful for the future of our world. The trouble we're in at the moment has been caused by elderly men with their own ambitions. If young people hold true to the values and the things you're talking about, that you want to see change for the better, and I think we'll live in a much better world in the future. So, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
I totally agree with you that the young people entering the workforce now demand actual corporate responsibility and can change the world for the better. We don't need to redesign leadership for Gen Z. We need to design work that works for human beings as individuals with passions and needs and preferences and things they care about. Because respect, clarity, fairness, flexibility, none of those are generational demands. They are human needs. Organisations that understand this won't just engage and empower Gen Z, they will make work better for everyone. And the organisations that don't keep up with that are going to be left behind.